Supergirl is an example of fake woke. Hey birdies, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Tiara and thank you for watching. Before anything, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want more content from me, and yeah, let's get into it. So Supergirl, if you don't know, it's a live action superhero series that focuses on the Kryptonian Kara. When she's on Earth, she takes the name Kara Danvers, who is the older cousin of Superman. Now, her and Superman left Krypton right before it blew up at the same time, but her pod ended up getting stuck behind while Superman's journey was a-okay. When he was a full-grown man on Earth, she finally reached Earth and she was still a teenager. Throughout the series, we see Kara trying to juggle being both a superhero and a human. She works at a popular press company. She has to hide her superhero persona away from her friends. This is a feminist show. I find that it only really allies for white women. I mean, to be honest, they've had it hard, right? I mean, shade but no shade, but we have majority of white women on the show and most are in the most powerful positions. I mean, for the president, played by the original Wonder Woman actress. I mean, like Cat Grant, who was running her own press news company. We have women leading in the government secret organization called the DEO, but y'all already guessed it, all of them are white. Apparently now Supergirl is stronger than Superman. I mean, this made no sense to me because Superman has been on Earth for more than 30 plus years. Being on Earth for this amount of time, he's able to control his abilities altogether, and Kara came from Krypton where she still wasn't having a full grasp of her abilities. I really shouldn't be surprised at this because they've depowered Superman so many times in all of his animated films, especially in the live action, so I shouldn't be surprised, but it still irritates me. Depowering Superman wasn't enough. He also has to constantly pet Supergirl's ego. I mean, he can't even save anyone without giving all the credit to Supergirl. Anytime he even saves a cat or anything, when someone says to him, "Oh, we couldn't have done this without you, Superman," he's like, no, you didn't need me, you have Supergirl. It's like he can't even be proud of his own achievements because Superman has done a lot as well, and they can both be in powerful positions. They can both be great superheroes. They don't have to put down the other. Supergirl has stolen much of Superman's persona. I mean, she actually stole the same suit, at least she just added a skirt to it. Or throughout the season we do get a little sprinkle of color. Majority, if not all, of the black women on this show have no real substance added to their characters. You feel that they're just added in to check off a minority checkbox list. For instance, we have Miss Martian, who is a white Martian in disguise, and apparently all of the Martians just camouflage themselves as black people, but her character really doesn't have any substance other than that she's just a white Martian, and she just seems to be a partner for Jean, who is the Martian Manhunter. In season 3, we get a woman whose character name is Julia, and Julia is one out of the 3 world killers that arrive on Earth. World killers are Kryptonian made. They were made by the Kryptonian witches, and they were designed to promote justice, but in the means of killing. They're designed to destroy anyone who tries to stop them from their mission, which aka is Supergirl. With the world killers, now because they've been on Earth for so long, they have a split personality, where one personality is their human form and the other is their world killer form. For example, Rain is the first world killer that we see, whose character name is Samantha, and Samantha has a daughter and she's living this really great life, has a great career, but whenever she turns into Rain, she doesn't remember anything that Rain does. So this is the idea happening to all the world killers, and we see a world killer named Julia, who is a black woman. Well, Supergirl and the DEO decide it's a great idea to storm this black woman's house with a SWAT team. With a SWAT team. They storm into Julia's house where she begs Supergirl to not let the SWATs, the DEOs, hurt her. She's asking to be protected from white armed officers. Then if she moves an inch, Alex Danvers, who is Supergirl's adoptive sister, do this. Let's just take a look.
Please don't let them hurt me. Please. No, don't worry. I won't. Don't move. Oh, hey, you stay right there.
Let's get her back to the DEO.
I said stay still.
I mean, who wrote this script? And then they use the excuse that Alex had just broken up with her girlfriend Maggie, so therefore she wasn't responsible for her actions. I mean, she just had a bad day. We shouldn't blame her, right? I mean, I feel like that's all the excuses white officers have when they shoot down any black person. And they don't even clear that up in the show, that she should apologize to Julia to even doing that. Her almost killing a black woman that had no memory of what she was doing as a world killer. It's one thing that none of the superheroes on the show are any person other than white. I mean, there are no other races other than white that are a superhero on this show, but they decided to make a black woman a villain when they actually did start to implement a little bit of color up in there. When they actually fight the world killer, Julia's world killer, whose name is Purity, she is beaten down so fast. She's able to be captured so fast. So it's not one thing that you finally got somebody other than white to have powers, but you make them evil, and then you also make them a weak opponent. And oh yeah, especially in season 4, she's not racist, because when she has a random makeout session with James Olsen's sister, her random sister who just comes out of nowhere. I mean, James has been injured many of times and she's never appeared at all. She appears when Alex needs a mate, when she needs a partner, and now that's really what only defines her, because she has no substance added to her either. She's just put on the show conveniently. They're like, okay, yeah, she checks off a box because she's black, and also, yeah, let's just make her gay, and then we can just sign that off with Alex, so now let's all be forgiven because Alex kisses black girls. We also have another black woman that's been added on the show for season 4. My problem with this was she became the new leader of the DEO after replacing Jean, because the United States president, after they found out that Wonder Woman was an alien, they decided to cast a human president. He just wanted humans to run different operations of America, which is understandable because, you know, we're human. They get a black woman to run the DEO, and I was very happy for this. I said, wow, they finally have, you know, somebody put in a powerful position. But she's the most masculine black woman that they can find. I took this as of how the world sees black women, the stereotypes of what people have placed upon us. And with this, I think they made her extremely masculine to the fact, because they tried to put this narrative that black women are strong, but they can't look feminine. And that just really irked me so much, because you can be strong and feminine, and a lot of black women on television, on other shows, show this so many times. I just found this to be like a backhanded compliment. The show pushes a lot of social justice issues. I mean, as far as creating an alien amnesty act that preserves the rights of aliens in America. In season 4, they really go all out into this ideal, because Supergirl mentions countless of times that she's a refugee, and she constantly says the aliens deserve to be in America.
Most of them are fleeing war and violence, just like I did when I first came to Earth.
They're not like you. You're a superhero.
Oh, you're wrong. I am just like them.
No, please, we have to stop this. I see the parallels that they're trying to make with this, but this is a completely different scenario. It's one thing to have refugees here, because in real life, they're humans. And you know, it is the negative stigmas that comes with refugees, that comes with immigrants, but nonetheless, that is a human issue. That's a real life issue. Here in this fantasy land, or what's supposed to be fantasy, these are actual UFOs. They're extraterrestrial beings. They're literally entities that come from another planet. Some shapeshift, some grow spikes out of their arms, some have telekinesis and mind control abilities, and guess what? Some fly, they shoot laser out of their eyes, they have ice breath, and they have alarming amount of strength. I think the humans should be worried, and even more so because Supergirl tells everyone that she wants them to destroy green kryptonite, because, you know, it hurts her. It can potentially kill her, and she doesn't trust people who hold green kryptonite.
He thought you'd actually be grateful.
You think I should be grateful that you learned how to make the one substance on this planet that can kill me?
Thousands of things can kill me, Supergirl, and everyone else on this planet. Fire, but we don't go around banning bonfires or candles. Cars kill people every day, and yet we still have the courage to get in them every morning and drive ourselves to work. There is one element on the planet that kills Kryptonian, and you can't tolerate its existence.
No.
You really do have a god complex.
So let me get this straight. You want us humans that are literally ants next to your abilities. You want us to get rid of the one object that can help us get rid of you if you decided one day that you don't want to serve justice. You just turn into Brightburn, Homelander, or Rain. And so then she's just telling everybody to kill themselves, because that's basically what you're going to do if you destroy anything that can get rid of Supergirl if she turned evil. Oh, and the DEO gets rid of guns because they want to promote peace. Now, where was that peace when the Daxamites invaded Earth and literally started killing everybody? For the most part, I was rooting for villains. I was rooting for Lex Luthor. Lena Luthor sometimes can be seen as a villain in some parts, but I rooted for her ideals most of the time, and also Agent of Liberty. When Lena decided to make a substance that can increase humans' abilities to actually get powers, I was all for this because she wanted to level the playing field. Supergirl had a problem with it, tried to tell her that, oh, you're going to be playing God. But isn't that what Supergirl is doing? Because she's literally flying over people, deciding what's right and deciding what's wrong. And some moments of the show were really good. I mean, I loved Lex Luthor. He exceeded my expectations. I did not think I was going to like his character this much. Such a ruthless villain, and he just made my day. He made me laugh so hard in all his scenes.
Another world leader once said, "I don't see why men shouldn't be as cruel as nature."
Try not to quote Hitler in public, dear.
And I love the crossover within Flash and Arrow, and I know there's more to come in season 5, so I am excited to see those elements. But all in all, in film or TV content that is based on comic or fictional storylines, these are developed so that the audience can have an escape. We can escape the realities of the real world and be engulfed into a new universe, new fantasy. So when you shove an agenda down someone's throat, it's going to choke them. It was too much of an agenda being pushed. So I just think that the show has to do better with their representation. And I mainly only looked at the black characters because I'm a black woman, and that is what I look for whenever I'm being represented on a TV screen, because if we're not being represented properly, somebody has to say something. But if you see the show, let me know what you thought about it. If you agree with any of these points, make sure to like this video and also hit the subscribe button for more content. You can follow me on my social media. My Instagram will be linked right below, and as always, make sure to have a blessed day. Bye!